it's a big problem to know when you are finished, when you are through. A friend of mine once invited me to give a talk to his department, and he wanted to know the title. So I said, the title of my talk will be The 3 Things That Every Sociologist Must Know. And they thought, oh boy, this is going to be the real secrets. And I said, okay, the 3 things are how to start. I said, that's not a problem because whatever you choose, you have already started. Because you have ideas about it, you have thoughts. So you just have to realize what you have already done. And then you have to know, well, I said, then you have to know how to finish, how to be through. And the third one is what to do in between those 2 points. I said it's easy. Right. How to stop is really, really difficult because there is no end. There really is not an end to anything anyone does. There's a very interesting book by a sociologist of science. I think it's Peter Gallison wrote a book called How Experiments End. And he says they don't, because an experiment is just part of a series. And it ends when you decide it's enough, I'm stopping. And that's the way every scientific work ends, right? You finally say, ça suffit. I'm through, right here, I stop. Knowing that there are questions you have not answered, there are problems that you just realized, you just yesterday understood are really important. You don't know what will happen when people read about what you think about what they do. You could wait. No. And your données, you say, I'm through. It's totally arbitrary. Yet there's no logic. There's no good reason to stop anywhere. You just stop. And you stop for practical reasons. My bourse ran out. I don't have any more money. I have to finish. I have a new job to start. Right? I have to finish this now, etc. Those are the reasons people finish things. Practical reasons, not good scientific reasons. Because if you look at, as I said, at natural science, when the zoologists who sit in the jungle and watch the animals coming to the water hole and make their notes, when do they stop? Usually they stop when it's time to go home. Right? They have a ticket, right? I'm leaving, goodbye. Because you never know what might happen tomorrow. Something different. And in fact, things always happen tomorrow. The situation changes. One of the things that Robert Faulkner and I learned doing our book about jazz, Qu'est-ce qu'on joue maintenant, is that the world that we grew up in of les musicaux ordinaires, as Mark Perrineau calls them, ordinary musicians who play anything, the world that we grew up in doesn't exist anymore. Everything that we learned to do is a little bit not so useful now. The world has changed. There are different kinds of venues where people play, different audiences that have different desires. We weren't paying attention in our own lives except to treat this as trouble. Right? Oh, these people don't know the right songs. What's wrong with them? Instead of seeing that as a sign of history, things are changing. Right? So wherever you stop, it was too soon. Because historically, everything will change. We come back to Paris each year, to the same quartier. It's surprising how much things have changed. This store closed, this one opened. This little cafe used to be no one there, now it's very branché. I mean, that's the metabolism of urban life. So that's not help. It doesn't help you. But it's the truth. I hope that's provocative. I always like to be provocative. Je suis un mauvais garçon.